Hello all, it's Hagen. Welcome to the first model of the Bachelor Nest program entitled What's Your Bachelor Nest Type? In this model, we will invest what are the Bachelor Nest types, how they differ from each other, and you will have enough information to know which type you are and how you can apply this type to your home. How and why, you may be asking, a Bachelor Nest has types. Aren't all the same? Believe it or not, each nest has a type. It is what defines its identity, gives a character, and makes it attractive, so the women keep on returning. All these different accents, decoration, and styles can be summed up into three types that differ from each other by the modernity of their style, the level of comfort and approachability, as well as the depth and accuracy of the detail. To really know your type, do not feel attracted only by a particular picture, but take the time to test and imagine how you would react to each type. Will you feel comfortable? Will you move at ease? Does this style reflect really who you are? Can you imagine growing in this set? Is there obstacles in the set that prevent you from reaching your goals, which is having sex? Do you feel that the quantity of the lights is enough for you? Can you afford this kind of furniture? And so much other question will help you to get in depth which is with each other of the types. By the end of the model, you will be able to exactly know which one you are. Concerning a bachelor pet, there is three main types: playboy, gentleman, and esthete. The first type is the playboy. Following is a little inventory of the qualities that a playboy nest could display. It is mainly in the urban settings, so usually it is a condo, and mainly easy to maintain. But that does not mean that it is a small and tight. On the contrary, a playboy home is spacious and bright, contrary to the kitchen, which is almost always minimal, due to the fact that a playboy rarely cooks unless for romantic purposes. The latter are highlighted by sober planning and intimate lighting, which transforms the nest into a relaxation space. The playboy lives the spirit of his time. His furniture is always contemporary, but by this he tends to impress than to seduce. Everything in his house is designed to entertain his numerous guests in his frequent parties, as the social life is quite essential for him. In terms of interior design and decoration, we find that the houses are sober, trendy, and clean. They present sharp lines, contemporary furnitures. We have the feeling sometimes that the playboy work and live in the same place. It is a detailed place, even though sometimes you have a mix of objects that you don't feel that they belong together. You might be shocked, but yet it is a way that stimulates your curiosity. Sometimes the space feels a cold fantasy, based on a mix of different warm and cozy materials. It is a space that feels a life of independence, an ideal of liberty. It is a well lighted space that gives you the impression of calm, spaciousness, and with no obstacle. The room is well studied to display important, elegant, and modern elements in the space. A space that has less stuff in it, so it becomes more convincing that it is a place for a bachelor. It is painted with living colors. It has pure simple lines. The interior is functional, and as all elements are used essentially furnished with practicality in mind. The perfection with details give a sense of purity. It can give a sportive aspect or an intellectual one. One single element can monopolize the space, as the divan in the living room, which could play an interaction for the ladies. The second type is the gentleman type, a raffinine and sophisticated type where there is no place for exuberance. The space is inspired by tradition and a big admiration for nature and the countryside. The paintings are of natural inspiration and placed on the walls, compensated with by big and beautiful wool carpets on the floor. The layout is composed by comfortable furniture, usually made of wood. These materials express wealth and idleness in a coherent and codified style, in sober colors, portraying harmony and refinement. The walls are full of family portrait and antiquity, with very big bookcases in the room. This style gives the feeling of an intemporal opulence, too much abundance of objects that shows a crowded room, yet not at all bothered. The furniture has a certain taste for comfort, luxury, and harmony. When you invest the space, your senses contribute in the space by adding this hidden dimension that is your presence. The design of the room is based on the need of light and shadow, a mixture that gives life to the space. The gentleman style is a spectacular style. It pushes the visitors to dream. It is contemporary yet always classic. Same decor but in a conservative setting with balance and harmony. You can see clearly the distinction of elements in a really beautiful eclectic style that goes from eccentric coziness in a marvelous way and balance. The style works with the instant, also inspired by tradition and past, a past that is expressed by the love for old objects that always charm the space. The third type is the estate type. It is easier to be single and estate than married. The latter is preoccupied by his family. On the other hand, for an estate, the ideal is to express his artistic conception in a personal taste. Without any kind of concession, he has time and consistency to concretize his style, which implies luxurious life and respect of the quality and the beauty of all domains. Although you'll have the feeling that it is unplanned, it will take a lot of time to be executed. It appreciates things and values them. This style is very elegant with dark or discreet color. The final product is minimalistic, yet makes a strong impression as sophisticated, luxurious, and individualistic style. It is quite simple space. It is a quite simple space that has depth and sumptuosity, made possible by a contrast of style, generally diverse, elegant, and sober, properties that make it exceed time. Even the art pieces like sculpture are combined in an odd way with sport equipment. Generally sophisticated in a minimalistic way, it shines comfort in an always evolving style. It is common to see in this style sharp angles with metallic elements. The extravagant side of this style shows theatrical display, a space of quality emerge in a joyful carnival of colors, forms, and textures. It is a very sensual style, based particularly on the appreciation for big, great, beautiful objects and stuff. Objects are bought for their aesthetical form rather than their monetary value, a subtle place where we can escape by daydreaming, a mixture of education, eccentricity, and free spirit. Now that you had a close view for the street types, it is essential to analyze your home and your character to see what style fits your attitude the most. Even if things are not clear at the beginning, I encourage you to test different sides of these types to find a level where you can relate to. It is not an overnight decision, so don't stress about it. Be open to experiment. As for me, I'll see you on the next